I'm the kind of guy that really wouldn't even harm a fly personally. I just open up the window and shoo them out. That's where they want to be anyways. So it's just like when I think of slaughtering any kind of animal, I myself have never done that personally. But obviously, like you're saying, by buying meat products, I'm supporting that whole cycle.
Not only
And
supporting it, but demanding for it,
right.
demanding that it happens.
Well,
So,
okay.
what do you think, Michael? How many more animals will you demand to be exploited for you? Are you going to be vegan from now on?
Sure.
Well,
I I
yeah, I
really
really,
will try. Um,
you
but
don't
if
need
I
to try, Michael. You need to decide to do it. You don't need to try. It's very simple. It's very easy.
Yeah, no, it is certainly a radical change to just my lifestyle and way of thinking for sure. Like I
Yeah,
said,
but think about it from the victim's perspective. You're thinking about it from your, like, human supremacy mindset. Think about it from the victim's perspective. The decision is easy when you're thinking about it from their perspective, the
right?
ones that are being exploited to
Sure,
death for us.
sure. I mean, I myself love life, as I'm sure any creature does. So if I think about it from that perspective, I should just respect life. And when it comes to animals, I feel like we should respect them like we respect ourselves, because we're
We're
you
the same
know
in all the ways that matter, right? The ability to suffer and feel pain or feel joy and enjoy life.
oh, absolutely, yes, yes.
The least that we could do is just be vegan. But I think it's also an obligation to stand up for these animals because, I mean, after, like, I don't know, like you've been exploiting animals your whole life. You've been victimizing them your whole life. Isn't the least that you could do is to live vegan and to stand up for them when you can?
well,
Don't you owe it to them?
I think we all do, really. I mean,
We
we're
do.
all you know living on this earth for a reason, and I feel like just things nowadays, especially when it comes to meat eating, it's just become a business, and it's just horrible, absolutely horrible what's going on nowadays. But
Yeah,
you know,
it is. So don't be the reason that it's happening anymore. Just be vegan from now on. Don't be the reason that it's happening anymore, Michael. And stand up for them too.
well, thank you for your time. Is your name Jade?
My name is Jade, yes.
Michael, pleasure meeting you. And again, thank you for all of this new information. I think I'll definitely check out those folks on YouTube. And
Yeah, did you get a chance to write it down? Do you want me to say it again?
oh, well, you know what? That's probably a good idea because I might forget it if I don't do that. Um,
Okay.
yeah, let's see if I can.
Yeah, and then I've got to get going after, once you do write it down. I've got something I gotta go do.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah, got a pen right here. Yeah,
I'll put
Gary
it in the chat.
Yourofsky, the most important speech, and
And
the
Dominion documentary.
Dominion
I'll put three
documentary.
things in the chat.
Sure. Thank you.
And then challenge 22, if you want to talk to a dietitian, but I mean, you don't need to talk to a dietitian. I didn't talk to a dietitian when I went vegan, but just if that would make you feel better about it.
Okay. Okay. Well, that might be something I'll look into. And do you live stream daily?
Yeah, I live stream pretty often. Yeah, I put it in the chat, so if you want to screenshot the live so that you can remember. But yeah, I'm gonna. Thanks, Chin. I'm gonna get going now. I have something left to go do. But yeah, just remember, Michael, that you don't have to be the reason that this is happening anymore. And remember to think about things from the animal's perspective, because they don't deserve to be, like, you already agree, they don't deserve to be exploited to death by us.
No, no. Yeah, no. I'm kind of feeling a little more concerned about it all. I've never really been like an activist for the cause, so to speak. But maybe it might be something I can support, not only in action, but just um, sharing with others too. But again, I appreciate you sharing your thoughts and your convictions with me, and obviously it really is a moral issue in a lot of ways. So, again, thank you. I appreciate it.
And it's just, it's already in line with your beliefs. You know, you already believe that we shouldn't be doing this. So, like, you know, how many more animals will be exploited and oppressed because of you and in your name? And I can't control that. That's entirely up to you. And, you know, Michael, I really can't blame you for everything that you've done up until this point, because just like me, just like everybody else, you were conditioned by society to see animals as products, as resources. But now you're aware, now you're thinking about it. So now the responsibility lies on you to no longer exploit and oppress them and align your actions with your beliefs by being vegan.
Well, I I think you've convinced me to take action here. I mean, just I've never thought about it, so it's just really a drastic or rather dramatic lifestyle change, in my opinion. But like you said, sometimes that's what you have to do if it's the right thing to do. So
Right.
if it's the right thing to do, um, which, like you said, it really is.
Yeah.
And
You know,
so,
feel like a big change.
mhm.
It's not that big of a change. You know, like I'm sure most of the food that you're already eating is already plant-based. You know, most of our pantry staples are plant-based. Like people eat plant-based food all of the time, every day. I mean, unless you're on like the carnivore diet, like
Well,
Sleeping Under Cow or
I
whatever.
really don't eat a
Like,
lot of meat these days, anyways. I mean, I have like a yogurt smoothie in the mornings with some eggs and stuff like that,
yeah,
but
so
I
you could
like
get
it.
some vegan yogurt. You know, you could get like you could still do the yogurt smoothies. I love like soy yogurt or coconut yogurt. You know, and you could do like a tofu scramble. You know, tofu scramble is great. Well, the best part about the tofu scramble, of course, is that no chickens are being exploited for their ovulation cycle. And
Sure.
then, of course, also it's also good for you. It tastes good, and you're not consuming cholesterol.
Hmm. Well, yeah, that's definitely a lot of information to process through. Um, you know, uh, you
I
could
mean, but
probably
there's
make
not
a
much
good.
information to process. Because I have given you a lot of information. Yes, we've been talking for a while, but the concept
Mhm.
is very simple. The concept is very simple, like children can understand it.
Sure.
Exploiting animals is wrong, so we shouldn't do it, and we should be vegan. Right? That's all it is. We should respect animals, so we should not exploit them.
Well, uh, yeah, that's definitely a major transformation if I decided to go vegan right now, immediately. Like, yeah, I'll I I I will do my very best to go vegan. Um,
Yes, your very best is deciding to be vegan, Michael, because you can.
well, mind over matter, right?
You
If I,
absolutely can.
yes,
Michael, I went vegan when I was 15 years old, and I was living with my parents who did not go vegan. You know, I was cooking for myself. I was vegan when I was living in my car. I was houseless and I was vegan for 2 years. It's literally like it's not even it's so easy. Like it's so easy because after I stopped eating animals and taking their secretions, it did feel kind of like a transition for a while. Like it took some getting used to for maybe like a month or two. But after a while, it just came naturally. It just comes to me naturally now because I don't view animals as food anymore. I don't view their secretions as food anymore. I see them as individuals, and so it's just not an option to exploit them.
what are the health benefits of being vegan for you personally?
Well, vegan's not a diet, right? So there's no not health benefits to being vegan because you can be vegan and just eat potato chips, right? And that's still vegan. It's just an ethical principle. There's not health benefits to being vegan because it's not a diet. Like I said, you could just eat potato chips and be vegan. Um, I mean, evidence has shown that people that follow a plant-based diet, I mean, on average, they're like have a normal BMI range, which vegetarians and omnivore humans do not. People that follow a plant-based diet have been shown to live longer. They've been shown to be at a lower risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and other chronic diseases. But I'm not here to advocate for health benefits of a plant-based diet. I'm simply here to be a voice for the animals that don't deserve to be exploited to death. Like, I don't really care what you eat, honestly. If you want to be a junk food vegan and just eat crap, I don't care. If you want to be a super healthy vegan and do like a whole foods plant-based diet, which is like the healthiest diet you could follow, like, it doesn't make a difference to me. I mean, obviously, I think people should be healthy. That's good. But I'm just here to stand up for the animal victims that don't deserve to be exploited to death by us. So I think the easiest thing for you to do would be to keep the same diet that you have and just replace the animal products with plant-based foods.
Well, when I look at it from that perspective, it's not that dramatic of a change to make to my diet overall because, like I said, I don't consume a lot of meat products myself personally. But if I decided to just do that, I'd probably even have to consider the hygiene products I use too, right?
The what products?
Like products you buy at like any store, like for like washing your face with or shampooing your hair with. Are there any like companies that are vegan?
I mean, you're in the United States.
Yes.
Um,
Like I'm.
I would just look it up. I would
Yeah.
just
I
look it up. I'm not
well.
in the United States.
Okay. I just didn't know
Um,
if you were familiar with any companies out there that might promote like the vegan lifestyle.
um, PJ says Hawaiian Tropic is a vegan brand of sunscreens. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I would just look it up. Um, Cause yeah, like it just where I'm at, like it's pretty easy to find. Um, like the
Well, yeah.
vegan
If I was going to make the
offerings.
change,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, well, if I was going to make the change, I'd just I'm a bit of OCD about things, but if I went vegan, I'd just go all the way with everything. Like your skin is your largest organ, so if I was truly vegan, I'd only want to consume products in that way, but also feeding my skin with vegan products as well.
Right, yeah, because it's like I said, it's not a diet. It goes beyond diet. It's a decision to not exploit other animals. So, yes, that includes products for your skin, that includes entertainment. You know, vegans don't go to the zoo or ride horses or exploit animals for any selfish purpose.
Well, my brother Ben, well, I grew up with four brothers. We were all homeschooled, but we played public high school sports and stuff like that, which was cool. Uh, but yeah, he trains horse. Well, he used to train horses and like work with animals and stuff like that. He actually won first prize in the interscholastic equestrian championships when he was in high school. But I mean, he's a horse lover. He had a horse called Rose. She was a nice horse, but yeah, I mean, personally, I've never really worked with horses myself, but like when it comes to um, raising farm animals and stuff like that, that's something that he was more into. But I can
Yeah.
understand like what you're trying to say. Just
Yeah,
have
this is respect, and
yeah.
exploiting them is not respecting them. And you know, if he is a horse lover and an animal lover, you know, you can be a voice for the animals, and you could maybe try to get him to go vegan or at least follow a plant-based diet. Um, but yeah, so Michael, it sounds like you're pretty sure, like you see the injustice and you see the urgency of the injustice. So, are you gonna go vegan from now on, or are you gonna continue to exploit these animals?
Sure, sure, sure. I'll go vegan.
Yeah,
Yes.
great, Michael. And you know, you're not like giving me your word. You're giving the animals your word.
Well, you make a pretty good point of just trying to explain um, what the problem is, and it really is a problem because I feel like you would think that with technology, education, medicine, and everything improving nowadays, that people would be happier and healthier. But it seems like it's sort of the opposite in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and I mean it's true that animal products are horrible for your health. Like when you go vegan, you eliminate cholesterol from your diet. But like I said before, I'm not here to advocate for health. Honestly, if you want to be an unhealthy vegan and just eat chips and ice cream and like vegan ice cream, of course, and vegan pizza, I don't actually care. You do you. I'm simply here to stand up for the animals like how I would want somebody to stand up for me. And you should stand up for them too, Michael. Don't be a silent vegan. You know, I was a silent vegan for the first like 6.5 years that I was vegan, and I regret it. I regret like excusing people's behavior to exploit animals and not standing up for them.
Yeah, there's certainly a way to go about it from a psychological perspective. Most people I know just consume meat like it's any normal uh,
Right.
part of their diet. But perhaps it might help me overall to feel better about myself and my body as well. I'll try and document the health benefits of it all, and if I get enough information to use to help others see that sort of way of thinking, because like I said, this is all new to me, really. So if I wanted to become more
Yeah.
of an activist, not just someone um, that just is vegan. I feel like you said, it's not just a dietary thing; it's a lifestyle choice. So I'd really have to
Yeah.
go all the way with it.
Yeah, it's like
If
ethical principle. Yeah.
yes,
And you know, you brought up like you're documenting the health benefits, which I really do hope that this does amazing things for your health and the way that you feel. But I just want you to remember the benefit of going vegan is that you're not oppressing and exploiting animals and that you can say that you respect them and you're not being a hypocrite. The benefit is it's not about how it benefits you. You know, just like how deciding not to be like it's just like how the benefit of not being a sexual abuser isn't about like not getting STDs, right? The benefit is that you're not exploiting other individuals. It's the same with veganism. The benefit, it's not about how it benefits you, it's about treating other individuals as individuals, not as a resource.
okay, okay. Well, yeah,